I want to talk about habits in this video and how important they are if SHTF hits. Now, a lot of people do not consider their habits. And as human beings, we like comfort and we like things to be convenient. You've heard the term leave no trace. This gives it a whole new level to leaving no trace. If you're moving and you are bugging out, getting home, whatever your situation, you don't want somebody to know you were there. And I mean that literally. Now, a lot of people that don't practice this will end up giving away their position. Now, you can buy these items and, some are more heavier than others, like so. Here's another one. This one is way lighter because it's made out of titanium. And they're little tiny shovels, and basically they're for going to the bathroom out in the bush. A lot of people aren't going to use them. They're just going to squat, they're going to do their business, and they're going to move on. Leave this big pile of toilet paper. You could take this, light the toilet paper when you're done to remove any trace. Ideally, you want to dig a hole, then light your toilet paper, and then bury it and make it look like you've never been there. And you really want to do your business someplace off the trail, not on the trail. Now, give this some thought. And I know most people don't talk about this, but back in old military days when people were at war, Vietnam, and different situations like that, you could track somebody from their scat. It wasn't any different than when you deer hunt and you look where the deer are relieving themselves. Usually it's where they bed down. It tells you a lot about the animal, and it even tells you what that animal's eating. And it's no different with you. If you don't look too healthy when you're dumping yourself, then they know you're going to be a pretty easy kill. You don't want to provide any information to anybody about you whatsoever, even down as far as your scat. Now, you really want to dig a nice hole off trail. You really want to unload yourself in that hole. You really want to, if you can, light the toilet paper on fire. You really want to make sure that when you bury it, that there is no trail. So when you leave that area and somebody that comes through and just does not know that you came through there, that is very, very important. Now, if you get lazy or if you're tired and exhausted, and I'm guilty of it years ago when I was in my 20s, you just want to drop your load and you just want to go on. To dig a hole, especially if it's hard ground, or, it really does become quite the process of figuring out what you're going to do and how you're going to hide yourself. But if you don't take extra care in doing this, then you basically set down a business card saying, here I am, here's what I'm eating, I don't feel very healthy, and you're going to show the condition of what you are. It has been known that, when you call a person a tracker, they do more than just track you. They examine everything about you. When you drop a rag covered in your sweat, does it have more whiteness to it, which means you're perspiring more salt than you should? There is a lot of things you can tell about a person when a person is a good tracker and known to be a good tracker than just looking at prints. They're studying you. They're looking at everything. So pick yourself up a good shovel and learn how to do it. Now, there are many ways to do this in the wilderness. There are videos on it where you grab a tree and suspend yourself out in midair, or try to make a Y and make your own toilet, basically. There are many ways of doing this. Grab a tree beside you that you can hang on and pull yourself up. And of course, the heavier you are, the harder it's going to be on your knees to pull yourself up. So I really suggest you get a hold of a nice tree beside you or between two trees so you got something to hang on to. But it's not a conversation people want to talk about. It really isn't. And have you ever done it? I mean, I've been doing it for years because I hike a lot. But I would say that 99% of your preppers out there have no clue how to do it. And that's going to be sad when SHTF happens because it's going to be kind of funny, but a lot of them are going to fall in it. And they're going to be covered in it. And then it's not going to be very comfortable when you're walking home. It is something that you have to do a few times to understand. Just like everything else, when it comes to testing your gear, you know, having to relieve yourself in the wilderness and knowing how to do it properly is very, very important. These are a must as far as I'm concerned. And this is the one I take all the time now. But a lot of times what I do when I get into a camp, I'll be like, okay, I got to set up my tent. And it depends how close to dark it is. A lot of times this is the first thing I'll do. I'll go and dig myself my latrine, my hole, and it's there when I know. Because when I wake up in the morning, chances are you're going to have to relieve yourself. And being that's already done, and between two trees, however you choose to do it, it's going to be convenient when you wake up in the morning. Some people call it the morning constitution. But if you've never done it, you're going to be in trouble. So yes, without a pack, without anything, go out and do it. Make sure you know how. And you can sit there and giggle behind your computer and think this is hilarious, but a lot of people have not gone in the woods. And those that haven't, you're going to be giving away your position, how long you were there for, how long you've been gone. You can tell a lot about a person when you start reading the signs. Is there steam still coming off of them? I mean, it's funny when you talk about this, but if you see something like that, you know that person was there less than 20 minutes ago. You know you're close. And when it comes to tracking you down and shooting you in the back, you just told that person basically like a business card, here I am. So really, really give this some thought. Something as simple as that could end up saving your life. I'll catch you guys on the next one.